Hi everybody, Alex Deploy here from Expert Forex, and this is module 2 or part 2 of the I doubled my live Forex account in one trade series. Please watch the previous video before watching this so that you can see the continuation of the process. The link should be on your top right hand side of your charts. If you can't find it there, the link for the previous video will be in the video description. I hope you're enjoying this series. So let's move to the euro. So on this profile, all I've done is listed all these charts containing the euro. So your Euro Oz, Euro USD, Euro Franc, all the crosses containing the euro are on this profile. And the reason why I want to look at this is I want to see the signal that we've identified. I want to compare that signal to other crosses of the euro itself to see if there are any better signals that might be coming out, and it will also give me an idea of the general dominance of the euro in the forex market at the moment. So let's have a look. In general, when the euro is the base currency and it's going down, it means the euro is weakening. So the euro is weakening there, weakening there, weakening there, strengthening opposite the CAD. This one's the pound is a bit wild, so I'm not going to watch that. That's almost weakening there and weakening there. So on the whole, the euro has been weakening, but is showing signals of reversal in some of the charts. So the signal we found was actually on the euro daily. I do this analysis on the 4 hour. So you can also do it on the daily, but on the 4 hour I find is a good general time frame to see the sentiments in the market. So looking at these charts on the whole, the euro USD, which we've marked as a sell on the daily, is also showing potential buy signals. But remember, we said this is a weak buy because the trend line is very steep. So it's nothing too serious. That trend line is actually an invalid trend line, and so there isn't really a contradiction. But here by the euro yen, which we have on our chart as a buy, is quite a nice signal. So that confirms that particular item on our short list as a very nice buy, because it is closer to the 50 line. It has a nice divergence there. So the euro yen actually overall, just looking at these charts, looks like a not a bad signal. So I'm just going to give that one a star on our list, just to watch that in a little bit more detail. So I'll just give it a bit of a star on the list there. Euro, that's not the, nothing new has come out of looking at the relative strength charts for the euro. Now the next one, the next currency on our list is actually the USD. So let's have a look at all the USD crosses and see what they look like, if we can see any other potential trades. So when the USD is the quoted currency and it's going down, that in fact means that the USD is strengthening. So in this particular case, the USD is strengthening. I'm going to ignore the pound for now. In that case, it's actually strengthening. It's strengthening there. It's strengthening there, and it's strengthening there. And opposite the Oz, it's unsure. So on the whole, the USD is strengthening, but with signs of retracement occurring at certain places. Let's just see if there's any signals that we can see here on the relative strength charts that look exciting. This franc one, this franc sell. We've already noted this franc sell. You see, there's the franc sell. It's already on our chart. That looks like a good one. So we'll just, that confirms that. All right, so that's the euro and the USD. The next currency that needs to be looked at on a relative strength basis is the yen. I'm just going to have a look at that. Again, If it's going down, it's strengthening, so that's strengthening. That overall is strengthening. That is not strengthening. That's actually weakening opposite the New Zealand. That's weakening up opposite the Oz. That's weakening opposite the USD. And yeah, so overall, nothing too strong. If you look at the RSIs, then nothing too exceedingly strong that we can see on the yen. This signal here is a weak one. Remember, I said that the direction of the steepness of the trend line is important, and also we want to see big waves, not small waves like that particular one. So that is not a particularly strong signal, although we did note it as a potential sell there on our short list. Here's one. Oops, no, as you see, it didn't go overboard there, so I can't take that. But that's not a bad signal overall. If you look at this, it's got nice waves. It hasn't got the overbought, so it doesn't qualify, but it has got the divergence at the bottom here. So that was a potential signal, but I'm not going to take it. All right, so there's nothing new that's come out of that analysis either. So let's move on to the next currency. So when I have the franc and the euro on my shortlist, the euro dominates, and I actually don't even look at the franc. So I'm just going to mark that as one that I'm not going to look at any further. So the Oz is the next one we need to look at. On the Oz yen, we've identified a buy. Let's have a look at all the other Oz crosses. And this is just to see if we haven't missed anything, quite honestly. So we open the Oz crosses. Again, all the Oz crosses. Oz is a bit messy there. Not great. No. Oh, it's definitely strengthening. It looks like the Canadian dollar is weakening and losing out compared to all the other currencies. So certainly there is a strengthening of the Oz. Nothing much happening here. No real great. Here's a signal, but not really. Can you see how spiky those candles are? Very, very spiky and managed. In other words, and that hasn't gone overbought, so that's not really a signal. Sorry about that. And nothing coming out. Look, if it doesn't slap you in the face, this is the closest to a signal that we've got. And that's not a bad one either. Oh, it looks like we missed this one. Oh yeah, this you see, that's why I do this analysis, is that sometimes I don't actually look at some of the currencies. Now the Oz, the Euro Oz, that's not a bad signal. Two waves. The trend line is a little bit steep, and is busy crossing at the moment. So I'm going to add this to the short list. I'm going to add the Euro Oz on the 4-hour as a potential buy. It hasn't made a divergence yet, so it's just a trend line. Violation. Okay, so that's that. So this exercise is brought through another currency. So we've looked at the Oz. We didn't pick it up when we did the euro. So it's because of the steepness of that trend line. I think that's why. We've done the USD. We've done all the rest. So fine. So there's our shortlist. We've got 8 items on the shortlist. I'm going to eliminate the franc out of that, so we're going to look at 6 items a little bit closer. So that concludes the second item in the process. We're going to now move on to reviewing the multi-time frame, multi-technique profiles, and refining the shortlist to identify potential trades. For a link to this video, please look at the top right-hand side of the page as I'm talking, or alternatively, look at the description section of this particular video. See you in the next video.